Okay, hi everyone. Thanks for joining us today to talk about systematic day trading. And we will be talking about our day trading system, which is a Day Trader Pro, which generally only has one setup a day for one instrument that we look at. So if you're looking at two, it's two trades a day. And as a rule, we risk only 1% per trade to look for asymmetric returns. So 2%, at least a 2% return for each trade. So yeah, let's some people still streaming in, but it's okay. Let's go on to do some housekeeping matters. If you have any questions, in the screen that you see, you will find a Q&A icon there, and then you can click on it and put in the questions. You can ask questions anytime you like, and we will address them at the appropriate times. Most likely at the end, but if it's fits within the context of the presentation, we'll address it then as well. But just feel free to type in the questions. We'll address it at some point. Disclaimers, this is for educational purposes only. It's not investment advice. You have to seek professional investment advisors for that particular area of expertise. But here's for education, and we reserve the rights we own the materials that we are going to use today, so do not reproduce it without permission. Okay, let's go. To introduce myself, my name is V. I've been trading since a long time ago, 1997. I started 1997, 98. I started my career in JP Morgan Chase London, and I worked for them in Singapore as well as Seoul. At some point later in 2003 in New York as well. So I worked for different offices. And I started a hedge fund too with my ex-boss from JP Morgan Chase. After that, I rejoined the banking industry in Deutsche Bank as well as in Morgan Stanley, Hong Kong. And I started Track Record Trading Academy in 2016, primarily for the investment banks and hedge funds. But I found there was a big gap between the knowledge in professional traders, between professional traders and retail traders. So I adapted the trading methodology, the risk framework that we used in hedge funds and in banks for the retail sector. And more importantly for you, how can you profit from this webinar? We will be talking about our Day Trader Pro program, which is a day trading program created by Alex Kozulin. And it is something that you can sign up for. You can learn through his video modules, online videos, and you can join him in live trading room sessions, which are held every week, twice a week. So you can trade along with him. You can do it with us. Or if you're not so inclined to spend 90 minutes a day looking at the markets, you prefer to have us do it for you, you can email info@trackrecordtrading.com for more details, as we have a broker partner which has the facilities to get that into action. So today we will be talking about why do traders struggle, what are the issues that traders tend to face that stops them from being successful over the longer run. And then the solution for that is, of course, we will introduce some solutions, but we'll give you a specific one as well, which is the Day Trader Pro program. And what exactly is Day Trader Pro? We'll address the question of why was it created, how does it work, and who does it work for, right? So moving on, why do traders struggle? I think this is a question that many people try to answer, and most people will arrive at these answers at some point of their trading careers, or even hopefully at the beginning, not too late into the journey, that they do not have a strategy, or more likely they do not have a trading plan, right? And in addition to those deficiencies, they also have poor risk management, right? So this is very critical for success of risk management. And a lot of traders, not just retail traders, professional traders as well, they tend to become emotional during the worst times possible for it, right? They tend to become too involved and become too angry if they're losing money, or too euphoric if they're making money, and too greedy, and they end up making mistakes that they normally do not make. So it all boils down to the lack of discipline, consistency, and patience, right? Patience is a very important part of the trading game if you want to win in the longer run. And something that many people fall prey to as well is trading too many markets. People tend to assume that as long as it moves, they should be involved, or if they're not involved, they kind of feel the fear of missing out. They feel like they need to be part of it, especially if they see on social media someone is making a lot of money trading something else that they have not been trading. They want to get involved as well. So how do you overcome these challenges? Pretty much, it is the converse of what I pointed out in the previous slide. You need a strategy, you need a trading plan with an edge, meaning that you need to have something that gives you a little bit of an edge over the markets, something that helps you win over the longer run. And you need to understand the risk management principles that will make you successful and make you profitable over the long term. It is easy to be accidentally successful. I think that's why many people rush to join the trading game, because it seems very easy. You just click a few times and then you can make money. But it's not untrue that it is quite easy to make money if you are lucky, or if the market is trending, or you just happen to be in the right place at the right time. But the unfortunate truth, which is what hurts most people, is that it's a lot easier to lose money than to make money. So most retail traders experience a little bit of success, and then they think they have figured it out, and then they lose all their money in a very short period of time. So then you need to have risk management principles, risk management strategies that will stop you from losing all your money when you're getting things wrong, or you're just on the wrong side of the market. And with that, you need to control your emotions and develop the discipline, consistency, and patience that is required for you to stop trading when you're not doing well, stop trading when you don't know what's going on, stop trading when the market's too random, or trade in ever increasing sizes, if you wish, in a disciplined manner when you're doing well, right? So that's something that you need to learn as well. So most traders, they kind of get it the wrong way. They increase their size when they're doing badly. They reduce their size when they're doing well, because they think that it's most important to score the win rather than to be successful over the longer run. Most traders fall prey to this. They need to avoid the fear of missing out and herd mentality. This is to avoid trading too many markets, trading things that you are not sure of, trading things that you have no edge in. And very importantly as well is to track and review your trades, not just your winning trades. Do not just reminisce about how great your last trade was. Also track and review your trades that have lost you money. Losing trades as well as winning trades, they have lessons that you can learn from. And it's important to keep track of your performance over the longer run to measure how well your strategy and your trading plan is doing, right? And whether the conditions that allow you to be successful is starting to change through time, or through different conditions, or through different environments. So these are all easy things to say, right? It's easy to say all these things, have a great trading strategy, have a trading plan, don't be emotional, be greedy when the markets are fearful, be fearful when the markets are greedy. But how do you actually do it, right? That's the key. I think nobody is surprised when I say these are the requirements to be successful. But how, right? It's how do you put it into play? How do you put it into action? And how do you make it a habit such that you can consistently act according to this plan? So you basically need a trading system, right? And to develop the trading system, how do you go about that, right? You need to know what market to trade. You need to create a system with clearly defined rules. Some of the traders that are really successful even have very defined rules such that if they are losing uh, for X number of days in a row, they stop trading altogether. Doesn't matter what they think about the markets, doesn't matter what they feel, doesn't matter how big of an opportunity is right at hand, they still reduce their risk and take a break from trading. These are very clearly defined rules that are set up before they go through periods of bad performances. These are ways to stop yourself from blowing up. And you need a system with clearly defined rules to when to enter the trade. So also as when not to do any trades, when to enter the trade. So you need to have conditions where it says, okay, this trade meets all the criteria that I've set forth for myself, and it meets all the technical indicators, it meets the fundamental reasons, whatever you prefer, but you need to have a set of rules. And when you enter the trade, you need to know how much to execute. You need to have trade sizing. Very few people talk about trade sizing. A lot of people talk about all the other stuff about technical analysis, fundamental analysis, but not as much attention is paid to how you size your capital size your trades according to the capital that you have, according to the bankroll that you have, and also according to the volatility of the market, right? And very important before you enter the trade, you need to know how you intend to exit the trade. Some people just wing it, right? They just put the trade on and then hope for the best. And when the things go bad, they don't know how to exit. They start to move their stops around. They start to even start to make deals with a high authority as to when they should exit. And that's all emotional factors that you need to deal with, right? You need to reduce these emotional factors by giving yourself clearly defined rules so that you do not have to reinvent the wheel every single day every single time that things are going bad. You don't need to come up with new set of rules to get out. You just need to have a clearly defined set of rules before you enter the trade regarding how you should execute and how you should exit the trades, whether in profit or in loss. And as I said as well earlier, you need to monitor your performance. You need to back test. You need to test your strategies in live conditions before you allocate significant capital to it, right? Even once you have a successful system, you still need to be monitoring it. You still need to be keeping track of the success rate, the equity curve, how much you're making, how much you're losing, whether the rules that you believe will lead you to success still holds true in the current environment compared to the environment that you started out using the system. So all this is well and good, but how, right? So we will talk about the Day Trader Pro program, because this is an example of a system which completely fulfills all the requirements we think is very important for a trading system to be successful over the longer run. Over the longer run means, of course, there will be some periods where you will have losses, but that's part of trading. And we will go into more details about that when we're going to talk to Alex. Alex Kozulin is who is a trader, but before this, he was in senior management and executive positions in global corporates all around the world. He's 25 years old, 25, not 25 years old, he's 25 years of experience in the corporate sector. He has more than 15 years of trading experience. I know him from the first boot camp that Track Record held in Australia Gold Coast in 2016. He joined the two-day boot camp, which was very intensive. And the Track Record training boot camp was a very intense workshop to teach the people who were part of the program how to trade and build their portfolios over the longer run. So it's in my mind when I created the program, it was more for portfolio managers as well as longer term traders. But Alex has adapted the rules to be more short term, right? So the principles of trading holds true in all time frames, and he's implemented it in a very, very short time frame. And the reason he's done that is because of his lifestyle choices. But I'll let him tell you more about that, because he's now a full-time retail trader. And the question that most people ask us is like, why did he create the DTP? He was a swing trader before, but now he calls himself a lifestyle trader. But what exactly is a lifestyle trader? We'll leave Alex to tell you what's lifestyle trader all about. Alex, please take it away.
Thank you, Wee, and welcome everyone to tonight's webinar, where I'm more than happy to share with you the process of me going through creating the Day Trader program. Now, as we mentioned, I predominantly spent most of my initial part of the trading career as a swing trader. So, what does that mean for me as a swing trader? So, first of all, it means that I was trading multiple strategies. It means that I was trading multiple trading instruments. It also meant that I was trading multiple timeframes. And so, as a result of all that, what was happening is that I would have trades in the market certainly overnight. I would have trades in the market over the weekend, trades in the market for several days, and even times trades in the market, for 1 or 2 weeks. So that means that I was constantly being exposed to market risk. And there would be times throughout, middle of the night, you're getting up to check your trades to see what was happening in the US. And so in the end, I was spending hours and hours in front of the screen because of the multiple ways that I was trying to trade in different timeframes. And it got to a stage where I was trading all hours of the day and night, and it started to impact my life. In reality, my life started to revolve around actually trading. And I knew that moving forward, for me, that is not sustainable. I certainly wanted to continue trading on a daily basis, but I knew I had to make some changes. And so I went through a process of where I can create a strategy that would allow me to trade on a daily basis, or at least look for trade opportunities, minimize the amount of time and the markets I look at. So it came down to I wanted to focus and build one strategy, and then with that strategy, focus on one or two trading instruments. Now, we know that every trading instrument or asset class all has different characteristics. So it's very, very difficult if you're trying to trade multiple trading instruments to understand the nuances of each. So my approach was, let me focus on one or two, or at least start off on one and then perhaps add a second, and master the movements and understand how these particular trading instruments react to various market conditions. In addition to that, I simply wanted to focus on one time frame. And for me, it was a smaller time frame. So my main focus now is that I start off really looking at 5-minute charts. So no longer daily charts, 4-hour charts, or even hourly charts. And so what that now allows me to do by focusing on that smaller one time frame, I don't have positions that are open overnight. And that certainly for me ensures that I can sleep throughout the night. I don't need to be concerned about what's happening with my open position as I'm sleeping and things are happening in the US. So that is a big, big relief for me. In addition to that, I also have allocated a limited time for each trading session. So again, I don't want to be spending 3-4 hours every single day in front of charts. So what I've done with this strategy, I've picked the time that is suitable for me, and I limit that time. So I trade the same time every single day for a limited time. So I allow myself a maximum of 90 minutes for a trading session every single day. And for me, because I know it's limited and it's the same time, fits in with my lifestyle, I know that is then becomes a sustainable thing that I can do on an ongoing basis. Oh,
Whoa, what's that red thing? Okay. So what does the DTP work for? Alex, guess is the DAX, but tell us more what
yes.
exactly.
So the DTP, when I developed it and when we launched it, I focused on the DAX indicator. So why the DAX is that I chose from the timing that suits me is really the open of the European markets when it first opens. And so I was looking for a trading instrument within the open of European market. And so the DAX is what we chose, but the system can be adapted for any market. So you can trade other instruments with it and other timeframes. So what is the DAX? So the DAX is basically the German stock index, which incorporates 40 of the major German blue chip companies. So if you're here in Australia, it's like the equivalent of the ASX 200. And so depending on the broker, on the platform, the ticker would be the GR40 or DE40, but it will depend on the broker. But basically, the product is the same. So that's what the DAX is.
Okay, so tell us more about the details of the DTP program, DTP
Okay,
DAX
so
especially.
yep. So the highlights of the DAX program, first and foremost, we have very clear and simple trading rules. So we know exactly what conditions need to be met before we can enter. Before we enter, we actually know we have a fixed stop loss and we have fixed profit targets. So you already know what your stop loss and profit targets are with every single trade before you actually place the trade. So very clear and simple rules to follow that we repeat every single day. Nothing changes. Next, secondly, we have one trading session per day. And so we only look to place one trade. So whether, obviously there are days we actually don't place a trade because our entry criteria are not met, but we look for a daily trade opportunity. Now, whether it's a winning trade or a losing trade, we never go in for a second time. So what that does is it eliminates the emotional reaction to perhaps a losing trade and having the temptation to go back into a trade. So simply one trade per day per session. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I trade the same time every single day, which is 9 a.m. Central European time, which is the open of the German market. Also mentioned that we have a cutoff time of 90 minutes. So if we don't have a trade that meets our criteria on the DAX within 90 minutes, we simply shut off our laptop and get on with the rest of our day. Now, most trades, if we do place, they're generally placed within 30 to 45 minutes. So after that, we can basically get on with the rest of our day. Now, with the DTP DAX, we have a risk to reward of 1 to 2, meaning that we risk 1% per trade in order to make a 2% return on our winning trades. And so what that means is that we don't need to have a high winning percentage on our trades. So in fact, as long as we have a 34% winning percentage, we are going to end up profitable in the long term. So that takes the stress and pressure off of having to consistently have winning trades. Now, I'm a clear believer that systems have to be simple. There's no need to overcomplicate things. And so the course in itself is simple. It can be learned in weeks and not months. So in fact, we have structured the course to be over a 5-week period. However, depending on your level of experience and your time availability, you can actually do it in a shorter time frame. Or on the other side, you can actually extend the course. You can do it at your own leisure. Now, a key component of the course is having live trading sessions with me. As we mentioned earlier, we do it twice a week. So you trade with me, you follow exactly what I do. I explain my thought process, I explain how the conditions of our entry rules are being met before we place the trade. So it's a great learning tool. Now, the system also can be adapted not just to other trading instruments, but you can adapt to alternative times that is more suitable to your particular lifestyle. And this is an important factor. Trade management is an option. So you have two choices. You can actually, once you place a trade on a DAX, you can simply place it and walk away. You've got your stop loss in place. You've got your profit target in place, and you can leave it and let it do its thing. Or alternatively, we do have rules in place that if you want to manage a trade, we have a two-step managing process. That once your trade goes into profit a certain distance, we bring our stops to break even, therefore eliminating risk. And therefore, if it continues going in profit, we can also lock in a one-to-one risk to reward, if you wish. Now, why do I say it's optional? In fact, over the course of a 12-month period, whether you manage your trades or you don't manage your trades, the results end up being very, very similar. So some people prefer to just place a trade and walk away and get on with the rest of the day. Other clients prefer to manage that process themselves. So it is an optional with respect to trade management.
So how will the Day Trader Pro, you think, help the participants? I think in my mind, it is a structured trading framework that will help you improve your discipline, right? Giving you clear and concise rules for entries and exits. And then because of that, you don't have to leave it to guesswork, right? You don't have to think, when should I be disciplined? When should I? Because you have clear and concise rules for entries and exits, you learn patience as a result, because if there's no trade setup, you don't do any trades. So a lot of the time, the live trading sessions would be just waiting for the rules to be met, the criteria to be met, to have the right conditions for you to get into the trades. And this is also a good way to build consistency and build a habit, as you can test your commitment as well, because it's the same rules, same time each day, every day is the same time, and it's no more than 90 minutes a day. I think one of the biggest hurdles to success that people face when they try to become a trader is that they experience the same thing that Alex did early in his career, which is that they are trading different markets, different time frames all the time. Doesn't matter when it is. If the market moves, they feel obligated to look at the markets. And as a result, you tend to become very inconsistent. You don't know what exactly you're good at, which markets you're good at, what system is good for you, which strategy is making you money and which strategy is losing you money, right? Because there's no way to know. With this, it is very precise. This is very clear. It's one strategy, one set of trading conditions, one set of conditions to entry trades, exit trades. It's the same time every day, same session. You just do it day in, day out, and then you can measure the performance after that. And we will show you the performance of this strategy. Alex will go through how it did in the last 2 years as well as so far this year. But when you see it, or when you experience it, when you experience the success, hopefully, of course, previous performance is not indicative of future performance, but generally the strategy will have limited downside. It risks only 1% and 2% upside. So the risk reward is skewed in your favor. As Alex says, you only need a 34% hit rate to be profitable. So you'll be slightly better than break even if you are just slightly more correct one third of the time. So that will give you confidence, because once you are able to repeat your success, you repeat successful trades, you repeat winning trades with limited downside, you will eventually figure out, you put into motion the principles that we've been talking about, the principles that most successful traders talk about. You see it work in real conditions, in real life trading conditions, in real time. You will build your confidence and you'll become more committed to following the rules, right? That's a case that we've been experiencing with our students and our participants who have been with us for some time now. And it all sounds great, right? It all sounds really good, but most traders, especially retail traders, as you said, struggle. And I think a question that you ask yourself, yes, is it really so simple that I can do this, or you can do this, right? Yes, we can ask Alex to tell us more about how it works. What is the 5 simple steps that he uses to describe the DTP? And then you can judge for yourself if you can follow these 5 simple steps and follow this path to success.
All right, I might just take control of the screen, V, if that's all right, from here. All right, so as I said, I'm a strong believer in having a very simple system. We don't need to overcomplicate things with a lot of different indicators and a lot of different rules. So the 5 simple steps for the program is as follows. All right, so first of all, I've gone a little bit ahead. So as I said, we use a 5-minute chart, and the first thing that we need to do is confirm a trend direction. And so we use very simple indicators, 2 indicators, and it's as simple as this. If the 2 indicators are green, it means that it's trending high, so we're looking for a long position. And if our 2 indicators are red, it means that we are looking for a short position. We expect price to continue moving lower. So once we've got our trend direction on the 5-minute chart, we simply then need a 5-minute bullish candle to confirm a long, or we need a 5-minute bearish candle, which will be red, for a short confirmation. So once we have the confirmation on the 5-minute chart, we then move on to the 1-minute chart. And what we're looking for there is, if we're looking for long, we're looking for a 1-minute bullish candle confirmation, or we're looking for a 1-minute bearish candle close for a short confirmation. So again, very simple step. And can't seem to get the screen to work. V, you might have to take control because I'm not.
Sorry, Alex. I think I was looking at the questions. Okay, go. It's back to you.
Yeah, I can't. It's here we go. All right. Step number 4. Once we have that 1-minute confirmation, whether it's a bullish candle for long or a bearish candle for short, we wait after that candle to see whether that trend is going to continue at the beginning of that next 1-minute candle. And if it is, we simply enter the trade. So that's it in words, but how does it look like on the charts? So this is what the chart looks like. So we start off on the 5-minute chart, and you can see we have our 2 indicators here. So this is our market open when we start our trading session. You can see that both green. So that confirms already that we are looking for a long trade, and therefore we need to see a 5-minute bullish candle. And you can see here, 3 candles after or 4 candles after open, we get a nice big bullish 5-minute candle. So that's our confirmation on the 5-minute chart. So 2 green indicators suggesting long, bullish candle confirmed. That's it. Now, if we were going for short, everything would be red. We'd be looking for a red indicators here, both of them, and we'd be looking for a red bearish candle. So once we have that 5-minute confirmation, we move on to the 1-minute chart. And there we simply need a 1-minute bullish candle. So this is the end of that 5-minute candle confirmation, this line here. So we continue waiting for a 1-minute bullish candle. We get that 4 minutes later, nice bullish candle. We then make sure that we get an initial continuation of the move. We enter around here. Yes, it does pull back well within our stop loss limit, and it goes on to move and hit that profit target. So it is literally as simple as that. And we repeat the process every single day. So back to you, V.
Okay, so why the DTP program? I guess is a question that most people are asking. And you need to know that it's important to have an experienced coach and mentor. This is in the form of Alex. He's very patient. He's very good at explaining what exactly is the methods that he's using, how it will be implemented in real time. So that's great. And you have a simple and clear, concise strategy with a good track record. Alex will be showing you the track record in a little bit. But as he showed you just a moment ago, 5 simple steps. He has the proprietary indicators which he will share with you. He will explain to you how he uses them and then how they are implemented in real time under real market conditions. Of course, it's easy to say that it works when it's not in real market conditions, right? So it's not all about the past. You will see the track record, but you can also see live trading sessions where he puts it into action in real time. And there's 2 live trading sessions per week, usually on Mondays and Tuesdays, unless there's scheduled data releases or some events that may affect the short-term volatility, or maybe some holidays in the markets that are involved. But other than that, it's 2 live trading sessions per week. These are live streamed. And for the rest of the week, for the rest of the days where he's not live streaming, he is also trading. And then at the end of the week, he will do a trade review of the daily trade opportunities that he has. So it's not just during the live trading sessions that there will be opportunities. There's always opportunities when the markets are open in the time that he's trading. So he will review that, and you will only need minimal time commitment. As he's mentioned, most of the trades are entered within 30 and 45 minutes. And if you choose not to do active trade management, you can just put in your orders and then just be done with it and come back later to see what the results are. And because the entry and exits are relatively smaller than the daily volatility, most of the trades will be either stopped out or taken to profits within a very short time frame. And invariably, so far in our experience in the last 3 years, is that it's always closed. The trades always close within the period of time within the day. Usually, sometimes even within this trading session as well. So this is a good strategy that can be adapted to alternative times and alternative other trading instruments, meaning that you can learn the system and then adapt it to the time that's more suitable to your lifestyle, adapt it to a trading instrument that you prefer to trade, you know more of. And we have done it as well. Yeah, Alex has done it, has implemented it on other instruments or same instruments in other time slots, but he will share more details with you as well. But for the days that he doesn't live stream, there's a trade review video that he publishes at the end of each week. So you get it at the beginning of each week to compare yourself with his performance, to see what it is that you might have missed out, or he might have done differently. Even though you are given a set of rules, the implementation of the rules is more obvious over time as you put it into practice, right? You cannot really read a book on how to swim and then start jumping into the pool and swim. You actually have to put it into practice, and then it becomes more of muscle memory than anything else. So the structure of the JTrader Pro program, it is structured to be done at your own pace. It's a series of videos that is organized in such a way that it has in recommended weeks. We are recommending you to do it the first week. You do the indicators, you set out the indicators. So this is groundwork. You learn the rules. And the second week, you learn candlestick patterns and how to record the trades in a form that you can easily see the performance over the longer run, and when there should be exceptions to the rules. And in the week 3 of the videos, you will learn risk management, learn about how to get asymmetric profits. We talk about asymmetry a lot. We talk about asymmetry as a fundamental principle, as a requirement for successful trading, and about how to increase profits without trading more trades, without doing more trades, but just introducing asymmetry into the risk reward profile. And in week 4, there's trading psychology, what you need to do when you're really successful, what you do when you're going through tough times, things that are that are important for you to learn before you go and get into the situation that requires you to know, to have this knowledge. And in week 5, there are videos to teach you how to adapt the DTP to other instruments, and also a guide to how you can trade in a fashion that you can get funding through prop trading. And there's also bonus lessons because we said that, yes, it can be adapted to other instruments. We are showing you how Alex has adapted the DTP DAX strategy to DTP Euro Stoxx 50. Euro Stoxx 50 is another stock index for Europe. So there's trading rules for that. And you also will get bonus lessons of DTP Euro USD, which is the FX pair of Euro versus US dollars. This is something that we have, Alex has been trading since the start of the year till very recently, before he switched to Euro stocks. So he has adapted the strategy from a stock index to an FX pair. So you can see that it still works. It's just little change in parameters, and you can see how from the videos how he's adapted it. You will learn how to in the week 5, of course, learn how to adapt. This is the examples of how it's been adapted in real life. You can see the performance as well. Of course, this is just a recommended schedule. You can take 5 weeks to do it. If you're an absolute beginner, we suggest for you to take your time before you dive into the live trading sessions. But otherwise, feel free to finish it within 2-3 days. If you are very experienced in trading, these are all second nature to you. You just need a refresher. That's fine too. If you prefer to know some rules, not read the whole manual, know some rules, but then just have the basic rules and then try to get into the live trading sessions, that's also okay, because the program comes with 4 weeks of live trading sessions, 2 sessions per week. So you get 8 sessions to go through together with Alex. And then you should be quite proficient. You're able to get on with it by yourself. But of course, don't just listen to us. There's some of our clients, some of them you may know. For example, this guy is Emil Heskey. He's a former Liverpool player. And in his own words, you can listen to what he has to say.
Hi, my name is Emil Heskey, and this is my testimony for Track Record Trading Academy. I just want to thank them thoroughly for everything that they've done over the few courses that we did. I'm obviously a beginner, and it was great that they took their time and really educated us on the experience that they've had, etc. And because again, for me, it was just something that was new. But yeah, they took their time, really went into detail on what it needs to be a trader, the patience you need, and obviously I've got the patience, but it's good to hear. And the time they took to really show us and showcase everything, and the fact that you can go back and watch it as well after, to watch back at what you could have done and what you might have missed. And I thought it was brilliant, and I thank everyone out there.
Okay, so that's for someone famous. From someone less famous, we have also different students from all walks of life, professional traders, as well as non-professional, just part-time traders as well. They found good things to say about our program, because they are now very consistent users of the system. They still join the live trading sessions to participate along with Alex, to trade along with Alex, because it's been a great experience for them. And I guess the question on everyone's mind now is like, yeah, it sounds good, sounds simple, sounds easy to learn and implement, and we have people say good things about it. But how did the DTP do, right? In fact, we already have questions like, Alex, what exactly is your hit rate? you said 34% is enough, but what exactly is your hit rate? And what was the results? And tell us more about the performance and the strengths and weaknesses of the system.
Okay, I might just, okay. So we launched the DTP tax, as you can see, actual April 1st, 2023, we went live with that. So it wasn't an April Fool's joke, it was live. Now, you'll notice clearly here, we've got the results for 2023 and 2024. So this is all based on 1% risk per trade and doing the one trading session per day and just trading the DAX. Now, obviously, you'll notice even in 2023, every month is different. And certainly the results between 2023 and 2024 are different. You have to understand you're not going to be able to achieve consistent results every single month. Market conditions change, and not just year by year, but certainly month on month, market conditions are different. And so what is clear at this overall is that the system is adaptable under, or works profitably under, different market conditions. Now, even though, as you can see on this particular slide, some pretty decent returns over the course of both of those years, if we go to the next slide, it doesn't mean that every single trade is a winning trade. So if you just get through all of the, put all the stats up, this is what I think people are interested in. So you can clearly see that there is a significant amount of losing trades. So if we look at 2023, we still had 71 losses throughout. And some of those losses would be consecutive losses, 3-4 losses potentially in a row. But by being consistent, we know ultimately the system does deliver. Likewise, in 2024, you'll notice we had actually our winning percentage was only 44%. So all we need is a 34% winning percentage. Now, you'll notice also in 2024, 6% break even. So what we decided to do at the request of clients towards the end of 2024, there is a request whether we can have an option of actually managing our trades. And so we implemented that option and we started to use that. And you can see towards the end, 6% of our trades were break even. So it is, you need to expect that there is going to be losses, and there can be, and there will be actually consecutive losses in a row. So that was the DAX on those first 2 years.
So in it's all good, right? But this is in the past. But in 2025, as we know, things are very much different than before. Current market environment is volatile, to say the least. It's much more volatile than before. We have random Trump policies and a new administration. We have geopolitics headlines all the time. We are seeing unprecedented intraday volatility. I think outside of a crisis environment, it's pretty much an everyday environment now. How did it do as a result of this change in the environment? Maybe you can tell us more what's been going on this year.
Yeah, so this year we're still in a positive mode. Now you'll notice here, obviously, we've now got DAX 1 and DAX 2. So we talked about it earlier, having the system being adaptable, first of all, to a different time zone. So to get actual statistics, we went live at the beginning of the year and introduced a second trading session, which is 2 p.m. Central European time, so the afternoon of the European session. So we continued with our normal trading session at 9 a.m. Central European time, and we introduced a second. Again, you can see that even though with all the volatility that we've seen, particularly in April and early parts of May, the system still has been able to perform, again, only looking at risking 1% risk per trade. And now we have 2 trading sessions per day. And so it has, between the 3, obviously 23, 24, and 25 years, very different market conditions. And it has, to date, stood, if you like, the test of time under different market conditions. Like previously, it's not just because we get a positive net result, it doesn't mean there's no losses. The losses are a big part of it. And the way I think of losses, and you should think of losses, if you're running a business, you have expenses, whether office expenses, car expenses, utilities. So for me, I treat losses as part of expense of being a trader. So again, you can see we need to be realistic and understand that there is going to be losses throughout the period.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to look at it. That losses is a business expense. It's part of trading. It's part of the life of a trader. And it's very interesting to note that in DAX session 2 that you have 15 wins and 14 losses, 14 wins and 14 losses, basically 50-50, right? No real advantage over the market. If you think so, but if you say like you're pretty much random, but not really, because you still are gaining 2 times as much as the amount that you lose, right? So that's something really good to note, take note of. And then because of risk management, I believe that's why it's not 2% for each win, right? You had 1% before. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's move on. What about other instruments? Maybe you can tell us about the
Yes, so
FX
we also
pair.
so we also spoke about the system being adaptable to other trading instruments. And again, at the start of the year, as a bonus and for a limited time, we introduced the Euro USD, and we introduced it to both of the new trading sessions. So the original trading session with the DAX and the second trading session with the DAX, we added the Euro USD. So we're trading 2 instruments within each trading session. Now, obviously, the results are a little bit different to the DAX, but cumulatively, it has also performed under the same, in the same time commitment as the DAX.
Sorry, so I just skipped ahead. I think the question we are getting also is that who is this trading suitable for? It's for new traders who are looking to start on the right path. I think it's especially useful to get on the right path from the beginning instead of having gone down the road and learning that you have to unlearn a lot of the nonsense that you picked up along the way. But experienced traders who have found that it's difficult to be consistently profitable, or they want to enhance their skill set, they want to enhance their trading process, learn more. There's no reason why you shouldn't be learning a new strategy that works, because in learning the new way of doing things, you can also improve the way you've been doing it. And I myself tend to trade over the longer term time frame. I rarely trade looking at in minute charts, 1 minute, 5 minute charts. And I found myself enjoying some of the live trading sessions that I log on to as well, because it's in real time, in short you get to see many of the instances of the temptation to do the wrong things, if I should say it that way, mistakes that may creep in if even when you're trading a longer run, you see it manifested in the shorter term time frame as well. So quite often you see like, oh, it's almost there, we should execute. You have to control yourself and not execute, not jump the gun, because quite often it reverses and there's no trade for the day. So you get to learn all these things. And not only that, there's also additional bonus for Day Trader Pro 2025. We are adding, as Alex mentioned, the Euro Stoxx 50 trade index into the DAX. So you just pay for the DAX, but you also get the Euro Stoxx 50, and you get a video for the trading rules that are slightly different for the Euro Stoxx, just adapted for a different instrument. So you get an extra daily trading opportunity. And for those who are interested in the FX trading markets, you can see there's a bonus video on how Alex adapted it to the FX trading markets, give you a bit of a guideline on how you can adapt it to another FX trading market if you want, another currency pair. But what is the Euro Stoxx 50? It is just a blue chip index for the Eurozone. stocks from 8 different countries. These are the tickers, depending on which brokers you are using and which brokers you're looking at. But it's a globally known index. It's very liquid. It trades very actively in the time zones that we're going to trade it. So it's another instrument that we decided to implement the strategy on. And additional to that, another bonus is that we are giving you a money back guarantee, because the performance of the strategy in the last few years has given us the confidence that if you follow the DTP guidelines, you do it exactly as we tell you how it's to be done, you have the commitment to turn up to do it every day at the same time period that it is designed to trade, and you attend the live trading sessions, and if you don't make money, you can get your money back, right? You show us your trades, you show us that it's met all the conditions that we have told you that you should how you should execute the trade, how you should enter and exit the trades, and you've done the commitment, you've done the minimum required number of trades, and you don't find yourself making money, please tell us, send us your track record. We'll happily give you back your money and apologize to you that we've been wrong. But it is unlikely to be so, because it's not been so for the last 3 years. And so Alex has confidently decided to put this money back guarantee on the product. So how do you sign up? Is a good question too, because it's what we're here for. If you want to sign up for the DTP Pro DAX, and you will get the indicator package. It will give you the risk calculator, the chart templates, the proprietary indicators that Alex uses every day, and you will have training videos which you have access to them for 1 year. You can watch them anytime. We suggest for you to watch over 5 weeks, but you can watch it over a shorter period of time. You are committed to doing it regularly and diligently. And then you get for 4 weeks 2 live trading sessions per week free. There's 8 live trading sessions where you can put into action in real-time markets with Alex, right? You can see how he's doing it. You can ask him questions, he'll answer you at a opportune time. And that is worth like $1,200, and you get a bonus also of previous weekly trade review recordings. If you are diligent enough to watch previous recordings and look at the charts, you can accelerate your learning process so that you can quickly join the live trading rooms. You can get all the recordings before, you can see how we do it. That's worth about $1,000. And you also get a 3 months track record membership, where you get access to our podcasts, to our live trades when it happens. And also, that is the performance for the last few years. For up to 2025 is 27%. Of course, as we are obligated to say, past performance is not indicative of future performance, but so far it's been good, and we believe that if you follow the system, it's likely to continue to be so. The total value is about $2,464. But yeah, our regular selling price is $1,199. But you can also get it at a discount, right? We will give you a $200 discount if you use the promo code GoMarkets in the page to sign up, right? The purchasing page that you can use this QR code to go to. But of course, that's not all. You also get the money back guarantee. The money back guarantee, the conditions, as we said, is basically you show the commitment, you do the trades. If you don't make money, we'll give you back your fees. And there's also another promotion together with GoMarkets. If you are not an account holder with them, you sign up with them and you make the deposit requirements, do the minimum number of trades that's required to fulfill the conditions, you can get up to 50% of your course fees back, right? So there's more details in the landing page of the sign up process. Okay, so now we can move on to questions. Okay, we have quite a number of questions. Give me some time to look at it. Okay, so there's Roger here saying hi to you, Alex. It's good to see you doing well after LTG days.
Hi, Roger. Nice to hear from you also.
Yeah, okay. Cool. There's yes, there's a question here. We mentioned at the beginning how we can do it for you. How does it work? It is in partnership with Go Markets. For more details of that, please email us at info@trackrecordtrading.com. We'll give you more details as to how you can be part of the strategy without having to learn the strategy. Yes. Okay. Yes. For Alex, how difficult is it to adapt the strategy to different instruments? And you said different timing as well. How difficult is it?
Okay, it's not difficult, but it is going to take a little bit of time. In fact, one of the course modules that we have, I go through in detail, step by step, the things that you have to do in order to adapt it. But in very quick, short terms, the first thing you start off with is obviously choosing a time frame that suits you, whatever time of day or night there is. But then, depending on that time frame, you'll either be trading the Asian market, the European market, or the US market. And once you've determined that, then you look for a trading instrument within that market. And in a lot more detail, once you've identified that, I'll walk you through the videos on how to adapt the current parameters to adjust for if it's another index or a precious metal template. So, as I said, we've tried to demonstrate by trading different time zones, different asset classes or trading instruments, and it can be adapted, but it's going to take a little bit of homework on your behalf, but it's not that difficult.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's some videos for that, and also a demonstration of it being done so with the Euro USD and 2 different sessions. And going forward, there's just 1 session, but you can see it being adapted to the EU 50 stocks index. A question here, Alex. Is this system just in MT4 and MT5?
Yes, the indicators that we provide, the proprietary indicators, have only been developed for MT5 and MT4.
Yep. Okay. A question: is there any reason why it would not be adaptable to the Hong Kong 50 index?
In theory, no. But it's not an index that I have looked at. But if you go through the process, I mean, one of the key things also I describe in a video in determining the trading instrument is once you've determined your time slot that you want to trade, is there actually market movement? Because within each trading instrument, there'll be times when the instrument tends to trend, and there'll be times throughout the day where it's either range bound or there's high volatility. So that's the other thing you need to analyze within a specific trading instrument. So specifically on Hong Kong index, in theory, yes, but I haven't looked at it in detail to determine when is the ideal time to trade it, the morning session, afternoon session, and so forth.
Okay. There's a question on the pricing, right? It states 1199 at the QR code site. Yes, but you need to put in the promo code Go Markets that gives you a $200 discount. So it's not $99 as you type, Greg. It is $999. Yeah. Okay, so you corrected yourself. $999. So you go to the site, you click the purchasing page, put in Go Markets as the coupon code, promo code, and you'll get immediately the $200 off. Yeah. Do that now, I suggest. Okay, cool. So there's also a question. Is this just for CFDs, or can I do it for futures as well?
Yeah, you would be able to do it for futures, but keep in mind, in the live trading room, we're trading CFDs. So there may be a slight difference in movement, but it's basically the same instrument. So the short answer is yes, but we in the live trading room and in the weekly review videos, just take note, it'll be based on the CFD.
Yes, correct. So Alex is absolutely right. In theory, it should be the same way. In fact, I trade it when I look at when I join the live trading sessions, live trading room sessions. I use the futures broker to trade it. Just have to be aware that there's a price difference because of the just the difference between cash and index, cash index and futures pricing. But in general, there should be no reason why it doesn't work. We have other participants who use a different broker from us. They have slight different pricing as well. It occasionally happens that their indicators are not the same as Alex's because of pricing difference in the shorter time frame, but this doesn't occur often. It occurs once in a while, but it's not something that is a deal breaker, right? You just have to follow the system, and it should work out well over the longer run. So there's a
Yeah, I think
question here. Is there access to live trading sessions after the initial period of 4 weeks? Yes. For 4 weeks, you will get complimentary access to the live trading sessions. That 4 weeks starts as soon as you want. So depending on when you finish the training videos, right? So once you finish training videos, you write into us, tell us to activate your access for the 4 weeks of live trading sessions. And once it expires, you can continue subscribing to the live trading sessions. For per month, it's $119. It's only if you feel like it, because you can, by the end of 4 weeks, you should be well versed enough to execute the trades yourself. But we still have people who want to participate because watching Alex is fun, right? Listening to him talk is useful and learning experience. People like it. So you can sign up for it, $119 per month. But it is you can get it cheaper if you sign for a longer 3-month period or something like that. But generally, yes, you can have access as long as Alex continues to trade and streams. Okay, let's see the time. Okay, we have time for 1 or 2 more questions. So yes, the promo code Go Markets promo code for the $200 off and a money back guarantee promotion holds till next Wednesday. So it's next week Wednesday. Just sign up as soon as you can and join the training as soon as you can, because every day that you delay is a missed trading opportunity. Okay. What else is there? Okay. So again, a question here. Will we be given the proprietary indicators and all the required materials, Alex?
yes, so everything that you need is provided as part of the course material. So as we mentioned earlier, in this, you get the risk calculator, you get the chart template, you get the proprietary indicators, they are yours to own. You get a template of the trading journal that we use to complete and review. So everything that you need that I use is fully provided, and it is yours to keep forever.
Yep, and that's also the discount code is also in your webinar chat if you have a look at it. There's another question here. How do I get you to do it for me? So essentially a little bit more details on this. It is through a PAM, which is the short name for percentage allocation management module. It is something on the Go Markets platform. They provide the access to you to do so. You can email us for more information. We'll send you the links that you can communicate with them and open an account to do so. So I guess that's about it. Let me see if we have answered all the relevant question. Is there a recommended minimum trading account, Alex?
No. Obviously up to the individual, and we strongly recommend, if you're an absolute novice trader, never traded before, we certainly suggest that you start off with a demo account first of all, to learn how to use the platform, but also to get familiar with and understand the trading mechanism, and then gradually put a little bit of capital in. But ultimately, you need to get to a stage where there's enough capital invested. Again, it varies by the individual, to make sure that you are vested enough to make sure you follow the system and not just gamble away. And on the flip side is you don't want to put too much early in where you start stressing every time you place a trade in the market. So you need to find that balance. So I would do it in steps. Demo account first, add a little bit of capital so you get familiar with trading, and then increase it to a level where it's not uncomfortable, but not that you don't care about it. And so if you want to talk technical, it could be $100, could be $500. There is no physical limit in terms of opening an account. But as I said, if it's too small, then you won't really care if you start making mistakes and start losing trades. And obviously, the whole objective is we want to eliminate mistakes. We want to learn how to trade, and the only way to do that is to put enough money at risk that makes you want to concentrate and focus on what you're doing.
Yep, that's right. So yeah, that's right. I think it's really important, just to reiterate this point as well. Trade in an amount that is significant to you, such that you won't start to do silly things, but not so big in response to relative to your wealth, such that you are worried all the time. Then you get angry with Alex when he gets a bad trade one day. But so as Alex says, there's going to be losing trades because it's the cost of doing business. It's almost if you prefer to have a strategy that doesn't have any losing trades, then I guess you are looking for a scam. There's no scam to be had around us. There's no such thing as no losing trade strategies, but there will be losing trades. But over the longer run, you will be making money if you follow the system, you have the asymmetric risk reward profile, and you execute the trades only when rules are fulfilled, right? Alex, if I'm correct, there's also a video module that teaches, talks about how to scale up the capital, right?
Yeah, so one of the things, a common misconception for traders is that they think that in order to make more money, get a bigger return, that they need to trade more. And so that is actually the exact opposite. And so we have a very specific module later on, I think it may be in week 4 or week 5, I can't recall now, where we show you how, once you've become comfortable with the system, you can actually scale up your risk a little bit, step by step, in order to increase that profit potential without actually trading more. So instead of risking 1%, move up to 1.25%, and then potentially up to 1.5%. And so you're still keeping your downside to a minimum, but giving yourself the opportunity to basically increase your profit potential by as much as 50%.
Yep. So to wrap up, I think that's all the questions that we have. Thank you for your time. But just to wrap up, this is a good way to get a real life understanding of how a winning trading system works, right? So it's good to learn this, because you can put it into practice in real time with Alex and with the other participants in the program. So you have a community, but over time, you can also adapt this to different different instruments based on your time zone that you prefer, based on your life requirements, work requirements, and personal schedule, right? And you can also switch the timing around, even if you're just trading DAX, the one specific instrument that this was started out on. But it is also, as Alex says, once you comfortable with it, you can start to learn to scale up. But we suggest that you do this progressively, step by step, slowly. Don't rush into things. But it is a very accelerated process. I think one of the questions is track record is known much more for longer term trading. Why do we now have a short-term intraday trading program? I think longer term trading, for me to teach you the discipline to build habits, is going to take weeks and months and years, because by definition, longer term trading takes a long time for for you to go through the emotions that's required you are required to experience. But intraday trading has that all. It's kind of like very accelerated. All within a day, you get the experience of what a longer term trader will have over a course of a month, and with more trade being executed, trade examples, trade instances that you observe and execute or don't execute, you also will learn and reinforce your trading process. So it's a great way to get started. It's a great way to also supplement what you already know. And you can, I myself, when I attend Alex's sessions, I sometimes again get reminded of the things that I learned very early on in my career, or even later on in my career as well. I many times, I have to admit, I try to jump the gun, try to preempt the system and click the trade, but every time I refrain myself. I learned that actually it's good that Alex has these very specific indicators so that I don't give in to my impatience. Thank you very much for attending and spending your evening with us. Hopefully it's been useful for you. Hopefully we will see you in the next live trading room session. Please email us or drop us an email, drop us a note if you have any questions. For those who are just new to the track record ecosystem, welcome. We will be having more such events in the weeks ahead. Hopefully we'll see you then. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening, and good night and good luck. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.